There we are. Day 29 at the Cooper Hawk nest. We have one in the nest and one above the nest behind the leaves. Been moving around a little bit. Well camouflaged this morning. And the other ones, I'm sure, hiding wherever they are. It's hide and seek now to try to find them behind the leaves. But they'll all come back in there when it's feeding time. As soon as the adult shows up with the food, they'll all pile back in there. So for now, we've got one in the nest and one on the right-hand side there, just above a little bit, starting to move a little bit behind the leaves. Turning around, there you go. Oh yeah. So we'll see what happens when the food's delivered. And they'll all just pile back in there because they want to get fed. I'll watch the tree for some more of them. They're officially branchers now. Yesterday they were just practicing and really exercising their wings and getting about a foot up in the air and down, and went out on the limbs a couple of times. There's one. Oh yeah, Mama's back, see, with the food. Now watch them come back in here now. Here comes our branchers in for breakfast now. There's one up there coming in. Time for breakfast. Absolutely. So Mama has showed up with a snack here. She may have fed him earlier too, because usually they pile right back in there. Because like I say, it's a little 7:40 now. So they have probably been fed once this morning, and the ones up in the trees are not hungry. So we'll see how many bailed in there. Looks like a good feed there. The one up on the limb doesn't want to come in yet, but they're officially branchers today. They were really working, exercising yesterday. Like I said, they were really going at it. So there we are. There's our feeding. We did have one in there standing up, and one of them was sleeping, so it is breakfast time again at the Cooper Hawk nest, day 29. They are branchers. Okay. And this is Mama. And she is getting everything ready. And it looks like they're hungry. There we go, we'll try that. Feeding time again at the Cooper Hawk nest. 60 degrees. And it's after 7 o'clock in the morning. And we just have a delivery here. We have one of them up on the branches. These are the ones that are still hungry. They didn't get enough on the first feeding this morning. There's the one on the limb right above the nest. See if it's going to stay up there. Probably full. Might be trying to work. Oh, down in the nest. Wants to get in on it. Look at that. Yeah. The brancher came in for the food, so we'll see what happens. Mama's still in control here. Each stage and each day is different. Now, like I say, today is the first day they're pretty much up on the branches. They exercised good yesterday, and now it's time for their breakfast, and they're coming back into the nest. And they have a regular feeding schedule, so they're feeding about 3-4 times a day. Like I say, it's could be the second feeding of the day. Had a little bit this morning. Well, we'll just see how they do. They came out of the trees. They're back in the nest now, and we'll watch and see how long it takes Mama to fill these guys up. Shouldn't take long. Good-sized birds already with a big appetite. Keeps the male busy hunting. supplying enough food to keep all these guys fed. There she is, getting it all squared away for them. They're just all over the place. Look at them. My goodness. 5 Cooper Hawks, youngsters, and Mama's got to get them all fed here. We'll stick with it. We'll see how long it takes to fill these guys up. Well, I think one's got a hold of something there in the nest. She's still trying to ration it out piece by piece. They're getting big. They're getting as much as they can. She's holding it down and tearing off strips, so shouldn't be too much longer. See how long it takes to devour a bird here in the morning. We're starting to get a little bit of a breeze now. Well, they're still getting it. He's still rationing it out. So it must be a bigger bird than I thought it was. Well, we'll certainly see how long it takes here. We got them all piled back into the nest. They're up on the limbs. All we could see is one when we got here, and one out on the limb. So, and they got here at the right time. Mama sailed in with the food, started feeding them. So, then they piled back in the nest. They're getting right into it now. We like getting in on the feedings because that's when you get all the action. She's still got them with her table manners.